So
committed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like we spent years working on the same game. So
I've seen this cutscene before.
Have you?
More than once.
I'm gonna let this all build up. We gotta get back into the refocus, bring it back.
So a few people are asking if you'll be able to take off Delson's beanie at all.
I hope not.
I have no comment.
As a preventer of all things beanie.
New Game Plus, he puts on sunglasses and takes off the beanie.
Puts on a tuxedo.
By the $15 DLC for the blur. Oh man.
I can't even imagine him without the beanie.
That's dangerous. Oh man. So chat, now I can ask questions to Chris over here. If you guys have any questions, we can.
I feel
That's
like
a clever name for a place.
I feel like later on when the game's released, some jerk's gonna hack the game and take the beanie off, and it's gonna be a tattoo of a beanie on his head.
Oh, Kadirkos, thank you so much for subscribing to us. That means
so
a
much.
lot.
Thank you. We indie living out here.
Beautiful person. You've directly put burrito into our mouth. So.
Oh, we got the subtitles back again. Nice.
Just to shout over.
Nice.
Okay.
This is the best thing.
Ooh, Delson's all woozy.
Oh man.
So
we're going evil this time, right?
Yeah, we're gonna tear it
how
up.
far into the game this is? Like this actual chunk? Are we like?
Whoa, 40% in, about ish.
So this is a good bit in the way. We know who these guys are.
We start off with Smoke.
With
you know, we kind of want to give you time to get used to Smoke, to kind of explore it, and then you can start getting the neon stuff. So, and the way Delson gets powers from the other conduits is skin-to-skin contact. So shaking hands, and you kind of saw that in the run-up video. You see the moment where he actually grabs Fetch by the wrist, and you saw that other craziness, and suddenly you saw the neon going back. That's when Delson's neon powers are awakened. So.
All right, so we are going to be
corrupting her this time.
So we're a corruptor.
You are a bad person, Phil.
You gotta hold it down. Make sure that you're sure.
Phil's gotta be the bad guy.
Mold her to be a yes.
Nice.
This is exactly what we want. Oh, he's even more. He's angry.
He's angry.
Whoa.
Really? So Mr. Freewheeling Badass finally wants to take on some responsibility.
Man.
For what, huh? A bioterrorist with a body count?
Punch his face.
Oh, he's threatening too.
Ooh, that's some Ryan Gosling in Drive kind of smolder right there. That's dangerous. Whoa.
Furious pointing. Okay.
I'm in rap.
So this is
too much.
This is markedly different from when we picked.
It is, and it's one
thing.
of the challenges when you make a game like this is to make sure that the character works both ways.
Yeah.
Right. You know, whichever way he goes, he really revels in his power. Right. He's having a great time, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. But you know, it needs to make sense. You know, when you're playing the game, the character needs to kind of feel like, yeah, that Delson that you saw there is matches the Delson you see in your head.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
Looks like the haters are getting ready for their big tour.
Uh-oh.
You win?
It's
beautiful.
dangerous.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been like let down by this at all when I've been looking at it.
It's better in person. It really is.
Oh, it really is.
I think I know there are people out there that are looking at the podcast and they're like, yeah, well, this is cool looking. This obviously looks great. Look at the reflections, blah blah blah. But when you see it in person and it's 30 frames a second, it's 1080p native, you're like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I bought my PS4.
Exactly. Like this. I'm gonna say it again. Like this is the game that I was looking forward to before. This is the game I'm still looking forward to, and this is probably gonna be the. This is
the PS4 game, right? Like this is why people have been buying PS4s.
Yeah.
I got this and Resogun, right? That was
Resogun. There you go.
Resogun's a good time.
You know, it's a great game.
So this one, if you remember, the good was about precision. This is about just knock these guys down, mess stuff up.
Get out of here.
And so you're trying to kill these guys as quickly as possible. You're building up a streak here. You're up to 6. If you can hit 7, then you're gonna headshots. You'll see that. Whoa! There you go. Now you build it up to 7. And now you've got the ionic here. And when you're killing guys, they're just exploding. You know, you've got rage going on.
And we got
so we gotta be sneaky again.
Oh. We gotta go for this one just because I already have it. Get it out of the way. We're gonna kill everyone. It's good. There's a lot of neon death happening.
There's awesomeness behind the blur.
Oh, are you? Are you red? Yeah, you are red.
So my controller is actually red because I'm being bad.
Yep.
Kamar, the light on it was blue for me before. I don't know how it showed up on the camera. I can speak to it being blue though. I really like the way the neon trails go. That's
it's
kind
cool,
of the
isn't
coolest
it?
thing.
You know, we kind of want Delson's powers to feel like Delson's version of Fetch's powers. So you'll see Fetch is kind of all boundy. You know, she's like these graceful arcs through the air, whereas Delson is just motoring his way up and over stuff.
Yeah. Do the powers change how they look depending on how you are? Because I
Yeah.
feel like, I was going to say, because it looks like there's more fire in this neon than there was previously.
Yep. Depending on where you're at, kind of in your karmic progression, whether good or bad, Delson's appearance changes and the powers change.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. And I like
there is. It's,
Can you say if there are powers that are locked to either karmic?
oh, absolutely.
There
absolutely.
are? Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, is that like different versions of like, is it like good neon, bad neon? Do you
I
get different
don't wanna go
abilities,
into
or
too
is it
much,
like okay?
detail? But it's it definitely. Again, I think that the way we think about it is to make sure when you're playing the game as good or playing the game as evil, that you get a really different feel, right? And part of it is appearance. You know, it's actually cool that he changes. You know, when you're kind of maxed out on evil, he actually looks pretty different. Part of it is the powers that you have. So if you're playing good or evil, you actually end up with a really pretty different looking and feeling power set. And part of it's, you know, how the story changes. You know, you kind of want it to all feel, then your play style, you know, you want that to all feel like, oh yeah, now I'm being the bad guy. And that actually is a really different experience. I'm glad I took the time to play through it again. So
I've noticed that we've got some changing on his clothes here.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's
you'll see
one of
that.
those karmic kind of.
Yeah. So one of the things that changes is nice to pick that out. The that guy's
That's a big
that guy's
guy.
trouble. That guy's trouble. So you might want to use you're a neon. Whoa.
Oh, hello.
Neon. You can do if you hold R1.
There's a bit of a charge thing I can
Yeah,
get
you hold
going.
R1, your charge up, and then it'll give you a big blast there.
Ketos wants to know, can you go to the Space Needle? I think so. We saw
Absolutely,
it.
it's in the
so-
game. Yeah, you actually get to climb the Space Needle. Oh, now get up there. Get up there. Oh, get him. Get
I go up and hit him.
Yeah, get it. Oh,
Not him. Him.
Yeah, get it.
Hit him.
Oh, I think he popped right out.
Yes.
Oh, almost. Oh, man.
goodness.
Oh, he tagged you.
I'll back away.
Okay, there we go.
Can you go to PAX in the game?
Yeah, PAX is great, man. As a Seattleite, PAX is one of my favorite times of the year because you walk through. Oh, go get him.
Oh.
Go get him. Other side. Yeah, get the
Other
other.
side.
Yeah,
Okay,
get
gotta
from
get
the other
around.
side. Got to go from the vulnerable side.
Sup?
Whoa!
How's it going?
Come out of your little shell.
Oh no.
I like it.
Ah, obliterated.
kinda-
Nice.
Bring the Pan wants to know, will we see any cameos from former infamous characters? You guys have said
I
I
have
think
no
that there
comment.
are. Okay.
I have no comment other than that Cole's dead. Hey, it's the Space
So
Needle.
just saying, if we get to go over here, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
let's
go
try
ahead.
and check it out.
Sure.
Let's figure it out.
So here and do some parkour.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, you can if it's hard, but you can actually neon dash up it. Oh, neon around it. You might want to go to one of the
Go on
outside legs. Yeah.
Get this going again.
Yeah, we actually had to negotiate with the Space Needle people for the rights to do this.
Really?
They said, yeah, absolutely. Because it's actually the Space Needle.
Yeah.
This is not a Space Needle-like structure. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
This is
And you know, the truth is, I have the technology that I could just slap on there to make it easy to go up this.
Oh no,
I could-
there's got to be a challenge.
But exactly, it's
Phil
like,
can do it. If
I
anyone
was-
can do it, it's Phil.
That was
Like,
nice.
where's
You're,
the-
you're getting it. You can.
you know. Okay, we'll take this checkpoint.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll go back. We'll
Pretty
get another
close.
run at it.
There's a ladder. You can climb the ladder.
Foomerang
but we're
wants
not
to
gonna take
know-
the
We're not
ladder.
ladders though. We're infamous over here. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Nice action.
Foomerang wants to know what kind of outfit customization is in the game. You guys have already talked about the different jackets and stuff that you can do.
Yep.
In
Well,
there, is there
you
other
know,
stuff? Different beanies?
The focus on it really is on the karma and having the way that Delson looks reflect the journey, the karmic journey that you've been on. So it's more about that than it is about, you know, dressing them out off with a cowboy hat. That's not
Okay.
really where we're at on this. Not that
Okay.
there's anything wrong with cowboy hats. So.
Cowboy hats are pretty.
We don't want to offend the cowboy hat wearing people in the audience.
No, if you're a cowboy hat wearer, that's all good with me. So.
Do your thing.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
Phil!
guess we're
Drop,
done.
drop,
Just
drop.
drop.
Oh, yeah.
Get that going.
You see how you lit on fire? Boom!
I instinctively
Oh, yeah.
knew. You're talking about how you want the game to kind of just feel right in your hands. I
Yeah.
knew if I pressed that button, that
Something
would
cool
happen.
was going to happen.
That was
right?
like, I was right there.
And the truth is, you actually have to be almost that high before the ultimate coolness and you light on fire in the middle of it happens. So,
It's a good time.
So what have you guys
totally
done
planned
to
it.
make this the best Infamous? Like for people who maybe didn't like the first two?
well, I don't know. It's hard to say. we didn't go into it with an eye towards saying, what are the complaints we want to address. We went into it saying, what can we make spectacular?
Okay.
What can we really blow out? What can we really just kill? And we thought that with the new kind of horsepower that the system had, we could make something that was just jaw-droppingly beautiful, right? And so we focused on that. We thought that we could take something that gave you this sort of pick up and play feeling of being a superhero, just experiencing the joy of these powers. And we think we kind of pulled that off too. So that's kind of how we looked at it. We went at it from a kind of a positive standpoint rather than a negative standpoint.
Okay, so just improving like what you can do the best, rather than how can you shore up
and you
weaknesses,
can't
maybe?
really, you kind of want to make sure that if you're going to do a game that's memorable for people, and that's really what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to make games that people are like, oh yeah, that was the best game ever. Not for everybody, you can't necessarily have it be everyone's favorite game ever, but we want to have some people out there that are like, yeah, Second Son, that was the best game ever. And for that to happen, we have to find a few things that we can just do a great job on, like mobility in this game. We feel like we've done some things here that provide an experience you just haven't had before, that gave you a different relationship with the city and with the hero and with the enemies, gave you a different way of fighting, a different way of engaging in combat where you're dictating the terms in this sort of open world setting. That's kind of our philosophy when we're at here. And now you can't go up. You look at those guys, they're events. So go down, there's like a vent. Okay. Yeah, just dash into the vent.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Yeah, cool, huh?
Oh.
You want to see the pro move? Pro move. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You see that vent that you just came out of? It's off to your left.
Go back?
Yeah, dash over it.
It's this one right here.
Oh, it turns into a kicker. Sweet, huh?
Okay. So I was going to mention, I noticed that I can't do long neon dashes anymore. I can do these short little bursts.
Yeah, so it's different.
So
you can drop the bomb on those guys. Go get these guys. Yeah, square.
Oh! Get out of here!
Oh, God.
So real quick, Lazarus, all powers have modes of transportation, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you're saying before, like the neon has the sprint, this has the dash.
Oh, and let me tell you, as the guy who actually worked on those, you come up with smoke dash, right? And you're like, well, that was pretty awesome. And then you're like, and now I got to do something that's even better. Right? You're like, well, that sucks. And then you do that one, and then you're like, well, now what, right? And so it's it was a challenge.
Surprise!
Bad day to be a DP soldier.
Jeez.
So boom. It was a challenge, let me tell you. But it's I hope that we pulled it off, right? I hope that people play it and they're like, yeah, that was awesome.
So once again, if you'd like to enter for a chance to win the beautiful limited edition inFamous Second Son statue that we have here, there's two ways of going about that. You can either put together your best improvised cosplay of Delson from Second Son and hold up a sign saying inFamous on Detroit TV, or you can draw a picture relating to inFamous Second Son. Doesn't have to be good, just has to be creative, and write inFamous on Detroit TV on there, and then enter those in our Facebook group, which we are linking in chat. Also, if you're enjoying the show, be sure to follow us because we do shows 5 days a week. And then you can also sub if you want to help us eat burritos and stuff.
Oh,
it's like a shotgun.
Man, Bilzoker, you are a promo cutting machine.
I'm trying to get these promos in. I don't want to interrupt the interview. So.
I kind of really like that.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about that. I haven't talked to anybody about that today. Yeah, if you hold R2, you get a charge shot. It's more like the TK Blast.
It's got a little bit of spread to it. Yeah.
Leave it to Phil to discover the deep crevices of the game.
Yeah, that's how he does.
It's fun, actually. That's actually one of the ones. Actually, there are little subtle things that you'll find when you use that. One of them is that the bad guys see you start to do that, and you'll see them panic and start to try to get out of the way. But we've tuned it so they can't quite get away.
Yeah. So you get that satisfying, you tried, but you couldn't.
Yeah. Oh, that guy got
point blank. Boom. Get out of here.
Okay, so
it's funny how you have all these superpowers in the game, and the one that's the most fun is just kicking people.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. This guy get out of here. I'm not done with you yet.
So, was it Flamebearer wants to know why the DP have powers? That seems like something you probably can't talk too much about.
Well, from a practical standpoint, the reason they have powers is it makes the game more fun, right? You've got all these awesome superpowers. If it was just guys with pistols,
you don't want to just tear through them like a Kleenex, right?
It's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
All the guys in the game, even the lowliest grunts in the game. Oh, you want to see something fun? like get up on top of that and then do one of the comet drops on that. So like jump and then do square. We'll bring this whole thing down. Oh, get up on the top. Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah.
But when we go off that side.
Oh
we can try to do that,
yeah, sweet.
Make it real.
A little old school infamous action here, climbing up the building.
So it's pretty exciting to hear you talk about this because, like, in the way you talk about this, you're very excited
Oh, this game's
about.
great. I
about this game.
I don't
There
know
we
that.
go.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, this is gonna be even better.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Jump, drop. Whoa, no, boom.
Oh, and it all gets blown up.
It all falls apart. That's awesome.
Is that going to
And
stay
there's
fall
just
like
wreckage
destroyed,
everywhere.
or is
it
that going
stays
to come
destroyed?
back?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's persistent. So the way to tell what's breakable in the game, because it turns out from a game design standpoint, you don't really want everything to be breakable because then the game turns boring.
Just walking around in a flat area.
Yeah, it's just you're walking through rubble. It's no fun. So what happens is all of the DUP stuff here, all the black and gold stuff, all destructible, and it's all perma-destructible.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so if you tear down something, it's
So
torn
we
down.
save this, we come back later, a week later or whatever,
Yeah,
that
it's still down.
will still be destroyed.
Yeah, it's still down.
Awesome.
And you're kind of seeing hints of this, all this sort of armed DUP encampment type
Mm-hmm.
stuff where they turned Seattle into an armed city. They've divided it all into districts. And one of the things you're doing in the game, in addition to playing through the story, is taking Seattle back over, right?
Okay.
You're taking out the DUP control by taking out all of their infrastructure, by knocking down the stuff, by taking out their encampments, by freeing citizens that have been locked up, stuff like that. And over time, then you're kind of taking back the city district at a time.
So,
one thing we kind of touched on earlier, we never
Yeah.
got to talk fully about. So this is the first actual city, because we had Empire, we had New Marais.
We did fictionalized versions of cities before.
So what has kind of spawned the journey to the real world?
Well, partly it was because the name we had for Seattle, our made-up name was Seaport, and that was so lame that we were
Very
like,
standard sounding name.
that is the lamest possible name. So
Wharfton.
Wharfton. We were like, oh, we can't do that. Well, we could just call it Seattle, and we were like, yeah, well, why not? It feels like we could do a good enough job that it was actually Seattle, not just a Seattle-like city.
Because you guys are headquartered in Seattle, right?
In the Seattle area, so it's our hometown. We felt like we could actually do it justice. It's not a literal reconstruction of Seattle, but if you're you're enjoying this, aren't you?
I really am.
Phil's very quiet, which is usually telling.
Now that
So
you discovered the charge blast.
I was going to say, I actually have the ability, and I tried to do this earlier.
Oh, yeah,
you can't
that's
do
right,
it because you're inside of it. I appreciate
totally.
the realism with it.
Yeah, and for a while, if you did that, you'd lose it. And that was bad. So we made it so you just cancels. If you're in the wrong spot, just cancels. But yeah, there's a physical reality to it, right?
That's good, because a lot of games would just be like, I just kind of go up and you hit it a whole bunch.
Right.
I kind of like where it's like, hey, you can't do that one thing in here.
What I like is that even though he's got the meter all the way pegged, he's still obliterating everybody, right?
because why not, right?
It's more evil's bad good. Oh, so you can dash out of this.
Oh, okay.
There's one.
I was sitting there wondering.
Yeah, there's a super nasty bad guy there that can teleport, and he can also immobilize you. But when he does, you can dash out. So
I like touching people's heads a lot.
Man,
Yeah.
so chat is saying, I didn't see who because we scrolled past it, that this is I would hate this game, right? Because chat likes to think that I hate everything. But I really enjoyed playing through what I was
into.
the section I was playing. I really enjoyed it.
What part of it were you guys playing?
No, this bit that
Oh,
we
this
just
part,
did
this
here.
part.
Yeah, I was really enjoying this bit, and so that's pretty exciting for me. And that for me, open world games are kind of hit or miss. Like you can either not put enough stuff in them, or everything's not compelling enough, and they kind of get by on just really big worlds. But this, all of the mechanics are there. Like it felt really good to run around. That's why I was kind of running around there in a bit, not because I was lost. But I was running around. The combat feels good. So like this is a game.
What we try to do is we try to marry the things people like about open world games, that sense of freedom and the sense of the fact that you're controlling the story, you're controlling what's going to happen next, with the quality of experience that you get in the best kind of tube games. We really want to have it be best of both worlds, where you have that AAA action feel, but you also have the freedom of an open world game. It's kind of where kind of Infamous is compared to the games that either the open world end of the spectrum versus the single, it's like Killzone versus Uncharted versus GTA or whatever.
Yeah,
we're kind of in the middle of those.
Oh, what's this?
Uh-oh.
Ah.
You better do that power.
I think she's gonna save me and do something kind of crazy. No.
He's just getting them all set up.
I need you to hit down on that D-pad right now, Phil.
I
That's what I need in my
I don't
life.
think he can quite yet, but he's going to be asked to here pretty soon.
Oh, please
I'm pretty
ask
sure.
me.
Spoiler alert.
Yes!
There we go.
Do it, please. So that's why it helped me build that up in that
Yeah,
tunnel.
exactly. We want to get to the point where you can do this. You can steer. You can steer on.
Bring it up. Oh!
Boom.
I'll take it. Just destroyed everything.
Yeah.
man.
Nothing is left. Everything is fire.
It was so loud. It was quiet.
Exactly.
Whoa.
It's because we're deaf because it just instantly deafened
much.
us. And that's a good way to go out on that.
That was
man.
cool, wasn't it?
I'm off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So